That's an oldie. All right. And so I'll open up YouTube as well so I can check the questions there. Oh, beautiful. That worked. Just mute that out. And let me just tell the good people on YouTube that they can ask questions. I wonder where I do that. It's gone. The little ask questions thing is, oh, it's because it says it's private. I wonder if it really is. Kind of weird. Always kind of weird when that happens. And it says I'm live. Looks like it's public. Yeah, there it is. And now there's the chat. Awesome. Ask me anything here in the chat. My shirt look a little bit disheveled? Maybe. Maybe. I think I got to do this to the shirt. Give it a little tug like that to bring the shoulders down. It's because I just picked up a 5-year-old and got me all disheveled. All right. So a couple of quick points for you inner circle people. There is a special secret class happening at 1 o'clock. You should have gotten an email on that. If you did not get an email on that, please let me know if you're in the inner circle. This is going to be a big one, and I'm going to stop this Q&A just a little bit early so that I can get my space organized, because it's going to be a very immersive class. You're going to walk out of this thing. We're going to this class at 1 o'clock is going to be 3 different levels of video recording, and how you can do it for no money, for a little money, and if you want to spend even a little bit more money. This is going to be an extremely valuable class. So it will be recorded. It will be placed in the membership area if you can't make it at 1 o'clock. But with that, I am going to need to just stop this. I will need to stop our time together here just just a little. My screen went away. Just a little bit early so that I can prep for that. So I'm going to put up a timer. Let's see if I can do this. Timer. And the timer is going to be for 30 minutes so that we can chat for 30 minutes. Start. There we go. Oh, wow, that thing is humongous on this screen. I can't stopwatch timer. All right. So I'm going to go for 30 minutes answering questions today. And you can ask questions in the chat, in the Q&A. I'm going to see if I like your, oh, somebody likes the pictures behind me. I took the kids to the beach, and actually I took them down to Miami Beach, and he was then 4 years old. He came in and drew this, and I don't have it in me to erase things like that. I am planning on getting rid of this glass board behind me because I don't use it anymore. But I think what I'm going to have to do is I'm probably just going to take pictures of those and then turn them into vectors and then print them out and frame them. And then I don't know what I'll do with them because I don't like to have artwork on my walls. All right, ask me anything. Ask me anything. Jeremy sent over something really cool that I will check out. I don't want to present it until I really have a chance to look into it, but it was a way of getting email addresses from LinkedIn that seemed pretty cool. I will check into that, Jeremy, and then report back to you. And maybe I'll even give it a try. So thank you for sending that over. I appreciate that. Let's hop over into YouTube. I'll just make sure I'm not missing anybody there. Hey, Kenny, thank you for being here. I'm glad you're here. You can feel free to ask me anything in the chat. And I'm really glad for the people that are hanging out on the old YouTube. All right. I am here. I am here to answer any questions that you might have. Somebody says, do you prefer using Vimeo or YouTube? So I actually use both platforms. And let me, while you're thinking of other questions, let me give you some notes on why I do that. And so I'll just bring up the notepad here. So Vimeo versus YouTube. So the short answer is I use both. And here's what I use them for. I use YouTube as a social platform to produce, to create and distribute content. that helps people get better at what they do. That is what I use YouTube for. And that is it. So I have, I've got my YouTube account, and I just go ahead and you see the content I create on YouTube, and I just push that out, and it helps people get better at what they do. So that's what I use YouTube for. Vimeo. I have a paid subscription to Vimeo. Which is spelled like this. So I have a paid subscription to Vimeo. I use this to host the training, lessons, and topics that are in the private membership area. So I only use Vimeo for this. That's, you know what? That's not true. There is one additional thing that I use Vimeo for. And I'll tell you why in a moment. But first, this. So I have a membership area for people who are in my inner circle, who are in Galvanized. And then I have a new program that's going to be launching within like a week or so, a very low cost program, like $19 a month, that is going to be 20 different modules with multiple lessons inside each module. And those are all going to be about the tools they're going to be all trainings on how to use the tools that successful modern entrepreneurs use. So I'm going to create videos on how to use Canva, how to use Zapier, all of this really, really cool stuff. So that's coming. I need just about another week to get that ready, but that will be here in no time. So all of those videos are hosted on Vimeo, and I have a paid subscription to Vimeo that allows me to do that. And then I embed those in the members area. The other thing that I use Vimeo for is I create small update, training, or answer to questions videos that I send to individuals. So I have private clients that I work with every single week. And a lot of times between our private client meetings, so I meet with my private clients once a week for 45 minutes. And in between those meetings, sometimes they have a question, or they need clarity on something, or they're just looking for some guidance, and they'll message me. And so what I'll do is, or sometimes I want to give them an update on things. For example, I help my private clients set up Facebook ad campaigns. And a lot of times a week is too long to go without checking in on an ad campaign. For example, we set up a private client of mine and I set up an ad campaign yesterday. And generally, I like to look at an ad campaign every day, but I don't mess with it. I just like to look at it and make sure nothing's gone crazy with it. And so what I'll do is I'll record a quick video and upload it to Vimeo as a private video and send them a link. There is a Vimeo application that you can install on your computer. I can't show it to you because it just doesn't work that way. Like if I try to show it to you, it will go invisible. And it always resides on a Mac. It always resides in my toolbar. And if I can, like, here's how fast. If I was going to record a video, click and click, and now I'm recording. And so let me stop that recording and close that. Oh, I closed the wrong thing. Let me stop the share and bring the share back. I didn't close the Vimeo. I closed something with Zoom. But that's how quick. I'm 2 clicks away from recording a quick little tutorial video that I can then, that automatically uploads to Vimeo, gives me a link, and I can just pop that link into a chat. So if I need to give a private client a 3-minute update on something, instead of trying to schedule a call, and I'm just going to go ahead and make a quick video and send it over to them. That is a hugely powerful thing to do with your clients, is to give them quick videos like that. So I do that with Vimeo as well. So it's not a versus for me. I use both, and I use them both in for different things. Okay, so I do hope that makes sense. Let's see. Somebody says, how did you create the cartoon version of yourself? Hold on. Hold on just one second. So I created the cartoon version of myself through Fiverr. I just went to Fiverr and picked somebody that could draw cartoons. And I sent them a bunch of pictures of me. Let me see. I'll see if I can find it. Oh, Kenny, that's a great question. I'll answer that question next. Let me see if I can find the one that I used on Fiverr. It wasn't $5 like, like it used to be. Remember when everything used to be $5 on Fiverr? Not anymore. All right, so orders. I will draw a cartoon character of you to use for social media. And so here it is. I'll share this with you. This is where I had the cartoon version of me made. Right here. What'd I pay? 35 bucks. And the dude created a cartoon version of me that was, there it is. I don't know what this is. I don't want the collaboration. Well, I guess I gotta click that. Yeah. Don't make me learn things. So I got this, and then I used my own software to colorize it. So this cost me 35 bucks. Not bad. Not bad. All right, so let me get a link to this. How to get a link to it. So I think somebody sent me a direct message asking me this question. Here it is. All right, so that's where I got it. And now they'll colorize it for you. Wouldn't it be cool if mine was in here? Oh my gosh, it is. That's funny. I did not expect that at all. Oh, I didn't expect mine to be in here as a sample. That's pretty funny. That is pretty funny. I didn't expect that at all. All right, let me just get this link so I can send it to the person who's asking in my Facebook Messenger. Blomp. Okay. So that is that. Stop that share. And now let's get over to Kenny's question. Let me find it. Kenny says, what's the best alternative to LinkedIn to build contacts? I think it says to building contacts. What's the best alternative to LinkedIn to building contacts? So, for that, we got to kind of go with all the standard ones, right? So there's the standard Facebook is a pretty good one. Instagram, pretty good. TikTok, not so good, just because of the way TikTok works. The way TikTok works is you kind of start fresh. You're always kind of starting fresh. So it's kind of tricky on TikTok, but it can be done. So the methodology that I like to follow is this. And I like the spirit of this question because it does lead right into what I'm about to teach you. Let me share my tablet with you and we'll draw this out. And then I'm going to try to give you like a real answer of what the best one is. My overarching answer is always going to be it's wherever your best leads are. So if you're looking for an alternative to LinkedIn as a place to make connections and get leads, you got to figure out where your prospects are. Historically, this is kind of a tangential. This is tangential. Historically, I've stayed off of TikTok because generally my clients aren't the demographic that is most popular on TikTok. They're just not. So I've stayed off of it. I'm changing that because of some research and a lot of data that I'm looking at that suggests that TikTok can be a very good feeder source for other social channels. And so what I mean by that, this is tangential to Kenny's question. What I mean by that is building a TikTok, or there you go, Trev, you know what I'm saying, lemonade, building a TikTok following as a feeder to the other platforms, YouTube, Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook. So I'm seeing a lot of evidence now that this is a very powerful mechanism for doing that. So my initial hesitancy to use TikTok was simply because I don't want to waste time promoting content on a platform where my audience doesn't exist. That's like opening a butcher shop in a town of vegans. That doesn't make any sense. However, this research, this is like brand new end of 2023 research, and I'm doing a ton of it, is suggesting that TikTok can be a really profound mechanism for getting people to go to and build your other audiences. So in particular, I'm looking to build YouTube. Secondarily, probably, I don't know, that's my first priority. Here's my second priority. And then Instagram and Facebook would be my third priority. So that's the deal there. So then you got to figure out where your audience is. And if you don't want to use LinkedIn, my recommendation, no matter what the social platform is, you move people off the social platform to a system that you control. This is my universal recommendation, and it has been for years. And I've done this with clients who pay me 5 figures per month. And I've done this with my private clients who pay me less than that. And I've done this with my mastermind. And it's moving people from any social platform that you don't control. You have no control. And usually when people say to me, I want to get off of a platform, it's because their loss of control has caused them harm or damage or limitations in some way. You have no control over the social platform. They can make a change today that completely screws, pardon the language, the social platforms could make a change today that completely messes with everything that you've been working on. It could be an algorithmic change. It could be a policy change. It could be a presentation change. They could squash your visibility for no reason at all, or for a reason that you don't agree with. Whatever, it could happen. So we move people from where we have no control to a system where we have control. And that's your email list. So what we want to do is we want to do something, that's what this arrow is. We want to do something that takes people from social media to your email address. Well, that is the consistent publication of compelling lead magnets. Okay? Consistent publication, of lead magnets. And then not publicizing, but promoting those on the socials through your content. So your content is here. You're bringing people to a lead magnet here. They give you their email address. It goes into your system. And now you can either market to them through email campaigns, which I highly, highly, highly recommend. Right? You can do email campaigns, or you could do email campaigns. So that's like to get to your calendar. Or you could do email campaigns that send them to other social medias, to a secondary social media. So you could collect email addresses from people on LinkedIn by promoting a lead magnet on LinkedIn that has a conversion point to an email address. And then you send your email list links to your YouTube channel to get subscribers on YouTube. But you still own them here, which is why email has a 4,300% ROI. All you got to do is get people on your email list. And you do that not by having one lead magnet, but by having dozens of lead magnets that you're constantly promoting on your socials. I recommend to the Galvanized Mastermind creating one lead magnet a month so that you have all of these lead magnets that are out there. And like, I've got a dozen lead magnets right now. My email list gets lots of new subscribers every single day. It always surprises me how many new subscribers I get every single day. Like, it's rare that I get less than a dozen subscribers a day in my list. It's a very rare day. And I'm not doing anything. I'm putting no money behind this at all. This is all organic. And I'm barely promoting these things. But people find my stuff. My stuff always sends them to a lead magnet. And then I bring them to a system I control, which is my email list. And then I just send them a ton of pure value through email. And we take it from there. So which social platform, the question is, which social platform is the best for connecting with people outside of LinkedIn? I'm going to say it's probably Facebook, because Facebook replicates LinkedIn in the closest way, where you have a connection with another human. You can message with that other human through the platform, and there are groups within that platform. So, and by the way, LinkedIn has 880 million active users. Facebook has 3 billion. So you're going to have it's a much bigger pool for you to play around in. And I've got one private client who made one post in one place on Facebook and collected like probably 117 leads within a week. So I had 117 new connections within a week just by putting one lead magnet out on Facebook. So, and now they're nurturing those leads to turn them into clients. So it's, I think that would be, Kenny, that would be my recommendation to you, is to go to Facebook. But, and Kenny, I know you've spent some time on the YouTube channel. You're always going to hear me say, lead with education. Don't go and just try to blitz people with sales messages. Go and lead with education. When you lead with education, the right people are going to connect with you. And then this is your big educational piece that's going to convert them to an email into a system that you control, so that you can help them in lots of different ways. You can help them directly through email. You can help them by getting them on a call. You can help them by sending them to other socials. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. Let me hop over to YouTube and see if you've typed anything to me while I've been. Is it possible to get social media marketing agency clients from the USA sitting in India? I'm going to answer that question in about 2 minutes. Let me just check the chat on the Zoom and see what's going on over here. What site? So I'll answer that question in just a moment. By the way, the short answer is yes, but I'm gonna give you some advice. Let's see. What site would you recommend for presentations? Do you prefer PowerPoint? I have to be on screen with my slides. You know what, Deb? Canva right now is doing some really remarkable things with presentations, and you can export them to PowerPoint. So Canva, and then you go to here. We'll do it together right now. You go to Canva and you create the presentation there. They have so many really cool templates to make this look really great for you. So you go to Canva and you, I gotta log in. Let's see if I can really log in. All of these logins, I don't know. So I want to create a presentation for cyclists. Oh, look at this, like right off the bat. Like right there's one, right? And it's going to have bicycles in it, but these aren't the kind of bikes that I know you ride. But still, look at it's already designed for you. And so if you don't want to do that, you can just do a presentation with bright colors. And so look at this one. You could use this one right here. Oh, how nice is that? That's actually pretty cool. So what you would do is then you would, oh, look at this one. Totally not my style, which is why I chose this. So I'm going to choose this. I'm going to choose customize this template. And now I've got all of these slides already made for me. right? So I just got to change the text. I want to add a new slide. I can make it this one here. I just got to change the text. Then when I go to export this thing, share, download, and then you turn it into a PowerPoint right there. How amazing is that, Deb? Go do it. What platform am I using right now? I'm using Zoom and I'm sharing my tablet with you. Is Vimeo more of a video hosting platform than a social media one? I think so. I think so. Loom is also good for quick videos. That's true. Loom is great for that, but I like to minimize the tools I have. Should I recycle my old YouTube? I said it is fine, but the one I'm thinking is 2 years ago. Do you think it's better to recreate the video? That video had the most views. I do. I want to tell you this. That video had the most views. I want you to recreate that video. Just go do the same exact thing. Maybe just do it in a different location, but just recreate it. Just like if it were me, I would take the transcript and I would just literally just go word for word, maybe do it in a little bit of a different location, recreate it. It'll allow you to have more content on the platform and you're replicating the content that works well. So my answer is yes, recreate that video. You're so great on video anyways. Because I am outdoorsy, I missed out on the online revolution. I wasn't one of those people who thought that COVID-19 would be over tomorrow. It's okay. There's always time to catch up. That's actually why I'm creating that new $19 a month program that's just going to teach tools. Like what I just showed you in Canva. Like the first program that I'm building is all about Canva. And then we're going to move on to a ton of different ones. So there is a lot of people out there that want this training. And sometimes I'm just bopping around in Canva and people who have used Canva for a long time are like, wait a minute, how'd you do that? Because I just spend all my time, learning how to use these things as best as I can. Okay, so then there was a question on YouTube that I thought was a pretty good one. And what I love the spirit of this question, because the spirit of this question is it possible to get social media marketing clients from the USA sitting in India? So listen, let's get real here. It can be done. And sitting in the US, you guys sitting in the US can tell me this. I mean, I get marketed to all the time from people from India, and I love it. And I have hired people from India to do stuff for me, and they always do a great job. I think let's take some notes on this. Let's go here, and we'll take a couple of quick notes on some things that I think would be to your advantage. Actually, I've got so many people in India that are like, Chris, could you just make a program just for the folks over there? And I really think I should do that on this exact topic. So marketing to North America from India, because don't exclude Canada from this. So the first thing is language must be. The language you use must be consistent with the language used in the US, in North America, right? In North America. A lot of times, and I say everything with respect. A lot of times when my friends from India or even just my contacts from India message me, they start their message with "Hi dear," and that's not a language pattern that's used here in the US. But they always do, and it's great. I'm very happy to be called that, but that's not a language pattern that's used here in the US. So you want to spend a lot of time just looking at how people in North America communicate back and forth in a business way, not in a personal way, but in a business. So explore and get used to language patterns used in North America. Okay, so for example, you've got a "Hi dear," which I love it when I get that, but it's just not, we don't say that. So that if I wanted to, get along with a group of people, I need to understand the language patterns and the language they use. So if I want to hang around with a bunch of realtors, I better understand like price per square foot, what that means. I got to understand the language, the lexicon. Okay. So yes. So really get into the lexicon. Number two, do not race to the bottom. The race to the bottom means charging so little for your service that you just destroy. Like you don't want to undercharge for your service. So in other words, understand what competitive pricing in North America is like. Okay, and charge accordingly. Now, a lot of people want to hire people from India because they think they can get unbelievably cheap work. Not, but you should be charging and being in fair exchange. You can offer a bargain, but just charge accordingly. If you're going to market into the US, this will establish better credibility. Everybody's like, oh my gosh, he's totally messing with how much I'm paying for VAs. And then the third tip that I will give you, I think this is probably going to be the most one, don't offer services that someone can get for practically nothing using software. I'll give you an example. This is a big one. You've got to find a way to offer services that are of value that they cannot get with software. So an example of this is I get pitched 5 or 6 times a day from people from India who are telling me they'll edit my shorts. They'll create shorts for me. And then they send me samples. And those samples are automated outputs from software like Opus Pro. We're going to go over time, but that's all right. I'll be okay. So I already have a subscription to Opus Pro. I'm paying like practically nothing for it. It doesn't make sense to me to hire someone. It doesn't make sense to me to pay someone who's going to sit in the middle of me and Opus Pro. Because I can just in the time it would take me to send you a video and then you to go put it on Opus and then download all those videos and send them back to me, if that doesn't make any sense. I will spend less time doing it myself. So what I'm telling you is offer a service that provides real value. Like real value. You can't be afraid to do the work. Don't seek the easy money. Because the easy money is going to go away. I had a dude from India yesterday message me and he's like, hey, I can take all your YouTube videos and I can create a bunch of shorts and send them back to you. And he goes, here's a bunch of samples. I looked at the samples. They were exactly from Opus. I wrote back to him and I'm like, I can't hire you. You're going to be doing what I would just do in Opus. And then I don't have to talk to you or pay you. And I'm already paying for Opus. So don't seek the easy money, right? Do the work. Do the work. The easy money will go away. But if you can do the work and you can offer something of true value, really of true value. Video editing, raw video into produced video is a great service because AI still struggles with it. It's hard to do. For a lot of people, it's very time consuming. Not for me, but it is for a lot of people. So that's like that kind of a service would be really good to do. So get the language, charge accordingly, offer a really good service. And then, you gotta, listen, I don't know you. I don't even remember. The name is Shurya. Shurya, I'm going to tell you this. Tidy up. I come from a place of love. Tidy up when you're on a Zoom call. Tidy up. Clean your room. Clean your kitchen or wherever you're working from. I get on these calls with these people from India, and the place looks like, you know, I make no judgment. People want to see a professional. So I guess present professionally. And then finally, tip number 5, be you. Be yourself. I have shown many times people from India who steal pictures of people from Instagram and post them on LinkedIn as them, and it's not them. And then if you do that, you get a picture of somebody from Instagram, a North American woman, and you post it, and you say that this is you with a North American sounding name, and then somebody finds out, you're done. Your credibility is gone. So embrace who you are, be yourself, be honest. When you connect with people in the sales capacity, say, look, I'm in Mumbai, and I've been doing this for a long time, and I'm going to give you a service that is going to save you a ton of time, and I'm not giving you something that software can just do for you. It really is, I really want to help you out. And then you charge the fair amount so that you're in fair exchange, and you'll do really well. And here's the outline for the course I'm going to make for all you guys in India, and we'll show you how to do this. I think it's time that I did this, because I get so many of my friends from India asking me, how do I do this? How do I market into the US? I have to take advantage of my email list. You should today, Deborah. Every so often, someone will mention that they never learned how to ride a bike, and passing a remark on email. I should zero in on those comments and get them to, yes, you should. I'm glad you thought of that today. That's a great way for you to extend the service that you do, Deborah, and maybe make a buck or two. All right, I'm 5 minutes over. You guys in the inner circle and galvanized, because there's some galvanized people here, this 1 o'clock today is going to be transformational for you. I'm going to take you step by step on how to set up to record great videos for nothing, for short money, what products you should buy first, and I'm going to show you exactly what products to get. And then I'm going to take you through step by step on how I built this thing right over here. All right, we're going to go the full, here's a sneak peek. I got to go over here. I'm going to show you how I built this step by step and how it has accelerated my ability to make awesome videos. You're going to make awesome videos no matter what. So you inner circle and you galvanize people, I will see you in that class in 20 minutes. I'm going to go, let me stop the YouTube. Let me just check in on YouTube really quick. Thanks, Dark Rider. Thanks for being here. Thanks, Kenny, for being here. Thanks, Shurya, for being here. Hope you come back. I'm going to stop.